What do you get when a couple of golf-mad young men film themselves and find a place to share their passion and make a living off of it? The result is Good Good Golf, the YouTube collective made up of players Garrett Clark, Matt Scharf, Stephen Castaneda, Micah Tig Morris, Bubbie Broders, and videographers and editors Collin and Max Putnam have made a career out of showing the fun side of the game of golf, and they have a legion of fans to show for it. But even as their millions of active followers on several social media platforms watch them daily, there is a lot unknown about the Good Good Golf guys. Before we unveil everything about these bros, we think you should know what Good Good Golf itself means. You could take it as a plus to your golf knowledge. After all, giving free golf education to the people is what we do. Good Good is actually a gesture made when two players are at relatively equal distances to the hole. You say it to ask the other player to concede the hole while you also do the same. Although this is only allowed in match play and not in official stroke play games, you and your buddies can use it whenever you want. Who makes these rules anyway? The Good Good name makes perfect sense when you look at what the Good Good guys do. They are a group of good friends having good times on good golf courses. So, Good Good. The truth about the Good Good boys is that they wouldn't be where they are if not for a quirky lad from Kansas City called Garrett Clark. Garrett was a 9-year-old boy making videos and editing them on iMovie before he discovered golf by accident. Like most 13-year-olds, he had played other sports except golf, precisely because it was boring, until one day, a neighbor took him to the course and he made a hole-in-one during a playoff in his very first game. One of the best things in golf happened to him on his first day and he was hooked. Soon, he was playing junior tournaments all over Kansas City and winning. Suddenly, it wasn't the sport of geriatrics anymore. Then, he found something else. Some guys were creating fun golf videos on YouTube and making money from them. What? That meant there was a way to combine his love for golf and filmmaking and get paid for it. Two of those golf influencers he looked up were Wes and George Bryan of the Bryan Bros Golf YouTube channel. They were two guys chasing a professional career who started their channel after seeing a video of a golfer throwing balls in the air and smashing them before they landed. That day, in 2014, they were on their way back from an unsuccessful acting audition. About a year later, deals with Callaway, Lexus, Bose, GoPro, and others had become normal, and the money from them helped the brothers pursue their pro goals. So when Garrett met George at a Web.com event in Kansas City, he didn't want to talk about golf, but how the brothers built their thriving YouTube channel. Garrett's first channel was GM Golf, or Garrett and Micah Golf, which he started with his cousin Micah Norris. Yeah, that Tig. Garrett spent the whole of December 2016 practicing trick shots on a mini course designed by childhood friend and Good Good Golf co-creator Stephen Castaneda. They began posting these videos on Instagram, and after some months, GM Golf had over 15,000 followers. One of the best pieces from this era was the viral 15-marble slab trick shot video that blew everyone's mind. On YouTube, GM Golf's first video is a 2-minute, 36-second long video titled Golf Trick Shots. It is a video of Garrett putting into a mini putting green roll from every part of his parents' house. Needless to say, the video's quality is subpar, but you could tell the boy is having fun with every whoop he makes after each successful shot. The boys were still in school, so there wasn't enough time to do this fun thing they had going on. After a year of dealing with the distractions of golf practice and academics at Kansas Community College, Garrett went back to making YouTube videos with Tig, and success wasn't far this time. Studying the methods and philosophy of YouTube megastar Mr. Beast gave Garrett and Micah new video concepts like the Thrift Store Challenge, Hole-in-One Challenge, and Random Golf Shot Challenge. This new approach won them many subscribers, and by the next summer, they had up to 150,000 subscribers. Jerry, the older Mr. Clark, was worried that his son was abandoning his future for this joke on a laptop. So, after a long debate over the prospect of this thing, he set a test for Garrett. If Garrett could make $60,000 from creating YouTube videos, he would be convinced. In no time, Garrett made enough algorithm dollars to change his father's mind. In fact, it was Jerry himself that advised his son to concentrate on building his channel. So you already know how Tig and Steve came into Garrett's life. How about the other guys? The last member of what the Good Good guys call the Core Four is Matt Scharf. Yeah, the hyperactive one. He had met Garrett at a junior golfers event in Kansas City, and after the two boys connected well like old friends on their first meeting, Garrett kept Matt's contacts. Years later, after they parted ways, Garrett saw Matt doing crazy videos on Snapchat and realized he'd be a good addition to their team, and his wild energy soon got him his own cult following like the rest of the guys. He's come very far from that guy who knew nothing about YouTube and didn't believe they can make money from it. Collin Ross is one half of the editing team that makes the magic of Good Good Golf videos. He simply hit Garrett up on Twitter after the bandleader tweeted that they needed a video editor. He showed them some shot tracers he had done with their videos and how good he was with a camera. But beyond his abilities, he was a cool kid. So, a ready-made Good Good guy. Tom Bubbie Broders already had his own channel, but when he visited the Good Good house, clicked with all the guys immediately, and just wouldn't leave, he was soon initiated into the Wolfpack, and some might even say he fitted in like a key in a lock. Then there was Max Putnam. This guy wasn't even supposed to be a member. The boys first heard about him when Collin told them he had a friend who helped him edit Good Good Golf's videos, but they didn't believe him. After Max lost his job to COVID and the guys needed an extra hand for a shoot in Mexico, Collin called his friend, and that was the first time they all met him. Then they needed someone to edit the tons of videos they made in Mexico. So they invited him to the house, where he was expected to spend a week, but after 2 months away from his girlfriend editing videos for the boys, he became an official Good Good guy. And that was just because the guys saw how freaking good he was at what he did. Good Good Golf was built on the success of GM Golf, but it had a predecessor that failed badly called Bro5. Bro5 included Brodie Smith and was very much like Good Good, except the guys couldn't make it work because they couldn't agree on certain things. These differences eventually ended that idea even after gathering almost 100,000 subscribers and featuring Greg Norman in one of their videos. So why did the guys decide to do it again? A lot of people claim to have found a new path during the COVID-19 lockdown, and it was the same for the Good Good guys. The core four and Collin were up at Purcell Farms in Sylacauga, Alabama, where the boys had planned to shoot for a few days. But when the lockdown started, they thought it would be a good idea to camp at the serene location. The owners of the resort agreed to let them stay, and what should have been a period of isolation became the most productive period of their lives. They pounded out a boatload of videos, and after they experienced that strong connection, they knew Good Good Golf had to be done. As for the owners of Purcell Farms, the marketing from Garrett and his buddies shot up their inquiries and sales to incredible levels. Since they launched on July 22, 2020, the Good Good Golf channel has attracted over 1 million subscribers. Their first video was a tour of the Good Good house, a 5,500 square foot building with a pool and a hot tub, a basketball court, a 3-car garage, and a large kitchen. The guys have collaborated with everyone who is someone in the YouTube golf game. They have made videos with Rick Shields, Bryson DeChambeau, Grant Horvat, and 2-time World Long Drive champion Kyle Berkshire. Some of their interesting collaborations were with the Bryan Bros. You can imagine what it must have meant to Garrett when George asked him for some advice off camera. Now that's how you measure success. The guys have taken their highly competitive games to some of the best golf courses in the world, where they play 1v1, 2v2, 3v3, and 6v6 matches and challenges. Some of their concepts include the Good Good Golf Cup, the Random Club Challenges, and some intense distance and clubhead speed challenges. The crew has become international sensations, evidenced by the hundreds of fans that came to see them in Manchester, where they played with professional football player Scott McTominay of Manchester United Football Club. Their success has allowed them to build a multifaceted brand that does everything. It has enabled them to create the Good Good Golf apparel brand and the Good Good putter from Good Good Labs. Their TikTok page has amassed over 80 million views, and the Good Good podcast videos have been watched over 3.5 million times on YouTube. Their over 400,000 followers on Instagram dwarf their below 30,000 followers on Twitter, but they wouldn't mind much because that's not where their money comes from. The guys all have their personal channels where they upload vlogs, challenges, and update their fans about their lives, and none of the boys has below 100,000 subscribers on his channel. They have become very famous for their diverse and engaging content, even as some people look at what they do and dismiss them as do-nothings goofing around on golf courses. Thanks to YouTube, they have acquired a lush house in their base in Texas. They have bought themselves nice cars, including Micah Norris's Tesla, and there's also a video on Garrett's channel, Garrett Clark Vlogs, where he rewards his parents with $100,000 for believing in him. The boys are doing very well. Matt has said he'd like to work in Hollywood someday. Tig has been making progress with his PGA career dreams, and Steve, the guy who advised Garrett not to quit YouTube when GM Golf had between 12 to 13,000 subscribers, is building his own golf course. As for Garrett, he is content to continue inspiring the young generation to go out and play golf. Fun seems to be the central message of Good Good Golf. They are everyday guys making videos about enjoying golf, and they want everyone to do the same. Steve, for example, was a former soccer player who only started golfing on Garrett's advice. And old brands like Mizuno have tapped into the appeal of Good Good Golf and what the guys offer their young fan base. If you enjoyed this video about Good Good Golf, check out the video on the screen now, or the one we posted below. We're sure you'll like them too. See you there.